home when you left. You're right. Your sister was home when you left. You're right. Your brother was home when you left. You're right. The dog was home when you left. You're right. The cat was home when you left. You're right. The fish was home when you left. You're right. Your mommy, your daddy, your brother, your sister, the dog, the cat, the fish was home when you left. You're right. And that's the reason you left. You're right.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, men and women. Welcome to Attorney Commander J.R. Galpohkpa Chesson talk show. Today is the 12th day of the new year, January. I wake up elated again this morning that the U.S. Congress, especially the Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, has made it clear of the two ultimatums that the Republicans are giving and President Donald Trump before Wednesday, tomorrow, to begin the impeachment process of President Donald John Trump. The first ultimatum is for the Vice President, Mike Pence, to make up his mind by today whether or not he's going to institute the 25th Amendment and try to remove a mentally ill President Donald Trump from office. And if that fails, the House of Representatives of the United States of America will move forward with the impeachment of President Donald Trump for the second time. Good morning. As I say again, I'm happy that our Congress has taken a stern decision to either have this man removed by the Republicans or by the House of Representatives of the United States of America. Let me put in my topics. Let's get into my lesson this morning. My topics for the day are Kentucky's U.S. Senator Mitch McConnell must resign from U.S. Senate and government and go with Donald Trump. 2. Education in Liberia today. 3. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf is a bad influence for Liberia's growth. Let's start with my first lesson. Kentucky's U.S. Senator Mitch McConnell must resign from U.S. Senate and government and go with Donald Trump. There is no way that one man, one racist old man, can be so powerful in the United States Congress and government. Mitch McConnell is a die-hard racist, an enabler of Donald Trump, and a traitor of America and the American people. And there is no way this decrepit old man can hide or dodge or try to suppress his responsibility for what happened. His responsibility, his involvement, and his traitorous act against America and American people. Mitch McConnell, from the time of Barack Obama, when Obama became president, this old, wicked, old racist man, Mitch McConnell, stood up and said that he would make it his duty to make Barack Obama a one-term president. Pray tell me, American people, why would a United States senator and government official commit himself to making that promise that he would make it his duty to ensure that Barack Obama be a one-term president, the first Negro president of the United States of America? Why would an old racist man like Mitch McConnell stand up and make the pronouncement that it would be his duty to ensure that Barack Obama fails? And this same wicked old man is the enabler of the most racist, race supremacist president of America. He's the man that enabled Donald Trump to move, to incite the people that think he's a God, that are deceived by his lies and his treachery, to go attack the American Capitol building while Congress was in a joint session. This is pure treason. And Mitch McConnell is a part of it. And y'all cannot hide this wicked old man or let him sit in our Congress thinking that he's some powerful man. Mitch McConnell is an evil, racist, traitorous old man. He must resign and leave with Donald Trump. We cannot have these wicked old people, these die-hard racists and killers of black people sitting in Congress after what has happened on January 6, 2021. Black Americans are afraid to stand up and talk. They are afraid. After 4 centuries of being enslaved and suppressed, the educated black people are afraid to stand up and speak up. They are avoid of the evil that are perpetrated against poor black people. Educated black Americans have no understanding of the plight and sufferings of poor black Americans. Poor immigrants like me, they don't understand it. They see an educated man like me in America being suppressed, then they wonder, oh, why you can't go to McDonald's and get a job? Why you can't go to Home Depot and all those kind of things? You think an educated American man come to Liberia, I would send you to work at Home Depot or McDonald's? No. You are an asset to my society. But black Americans are the very people that cause their own sufferings in America. They still think African people are backward and they don't know where in Africa they have no means of support. And they will always be treated as slaves in America. Do you hear white people ever say evil things about Europeans? Look at Donald Trump. In America, he's wishing that people from Finland and Denmark can come be citizens of America, but not the black people in America. They say we come to take their jobs. They look at a highly educated man like me from Africa and don't even regard me as an asset to their society. They're telling me to go work to McDonald's or some store in it. They don't realize my importance to them, just like my own Liberian people, just like my own family members. I'm a lawyer in my family, and my own family sit and argue with me over stupidness, when they should be getting up and doing what I tell them. But my education among my own black people is useless because they don't see me as an asset. They see me as a hindrance to the progress and advancement because I don't stoop to their useless corruption, insensibility, and stupidity. I am not going to stoop to that. If you're waiting for Chesson to come and stoop to you useless people. You people better wake yourselves up and smell the roses or smell the feces or something you're used to smelling in Liberia. Oh, before I even go on, I talk about my Liberian people now. This is one of Attorney General, the late Attorney General of Liberia and Minister of Justice, Joseph J.F. Chesson Sr. ties. This is one of the ties he gave me when he made me his replacement for his family. So I got a lot of these fancy ties from my father. I don't have to buy ties for the rest of my life, although my wife always buy me some one every now and then. But these are the foundations I'm talking about in our society, even in American society, that is so unjust, unfair, and disparaging of even white American people. But they don't know it. Everybody thinking about racism and this is our fatherland, we own it and this and that. But they don't see the only deceitful, wicked people in their own mix who are just robbing, lying, and stealing from the American people. And I'm tired of living among rogues. I'm tired living among deceivers. I'm tired of living among treacherous people. So when I see it, I don't care whether you're white, blue, yellow, or green. I will tell you, you are a traitor, Mitch McConnell. You are an evil, wicked old man, and you need to resign and leave with your president, Donald Trump. All of you follow your king, Donald Trump, because that's what you want to turn America into. You all make a king out of a racist. And this can't work. Some of us fought hard for our freedom all our lives. And we're not let wicked old men or wicked old women in Liberia or Ellen Johnson Sirleaf take over my country. It ain't gonna happen. I will let you know that there is one nigger that ain't going down with his lip closed. There is one nigger who is an international nigger and need to teach the other niggers how to be free, how to be liberated, how to stand up as men and women of your race with dignity and pride and stop being afraid to die or just want to suck up to people for pocket change, calling them money. Make me sick. That's why I talk. Because my race now is lost. We are lost. We people just talk, and no action. So when we decide to get action, maybe the next generation will seek the freedom for our people. So I gotta enlighten them. My niggas in Africa, in Liberia, they still want to follow fucking preacher and Jumbo Jimbo and Jungle King and King Butt Naked and all those kinds. So let the country people won't follow their country leaders. Follow your country leaders. Prince Johnson and all those useless people. You won't follow those numbskulls. You'll follow them. Fucking preacher, Jumbo Dancer, and Jackie Appiah boyfriend. You won't follow those useless people. You'll follow them. Or you won't follow that wicked old, decrepit old man called Ellen Johnson Sirleaf who got her cherry over my country. You'll follow them. But I gotta speak out. Because both of my countries and my peoples seem to be insane. And I gotta let them know there's one nigga who ain't going down that path. And that is Attorney Commander J.R. Galpohkpa Chesson. Check yourselves before you wreck yourselves, my people. Pull yourself back and look at your lives over 4 centuries, my American brothers. And my nigga from Africa, Liberia, look at yourselves for 2 centuries. What have we done for ourselves? Aluta. Continue. education in Liberia today. We can look at our system in Liberia, look at our education system. Our system, even from Ellen Johnson Sirleaf time to now, has deteriorated so bad, so drastically, that our educated men like me, unlike other Liberian people, I'm not like other Liberian people, Rodney Chesson is different from other Liberian people. I've been there. I've seen it. And I don't like it. Because Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, who is the Harvard graduate of Liberia, was supposed to lay the foundation for everything in our country. She was supposed to plan and lay the foundation of disciplining our people and teaching them how to follow orders, how to follow instructions, how to be disciplined. When you come out of a war situation that you started and you want to come back as a savior, you better know that when you have broken every system of governance in our country, you got to start from scratch. First of all, you got to reel our people in from their waywardness, from their freedom, their unrestrained sense of freedom, where they can go around killing people, taking people food, and doing things with all impunity. We have to get that kind of thing out of our people. And that call starts with discipline and punishment. And that's why when you put a woman in power, everybody says, oh, we need a woman, we need women. When you put a woman in an African society in power, you have to understand what you're doing. Our society is not a society that respects women. It is not only from the cultural side, it's from the religious root of African society. Women are not part and parcel of the societal living in mainstream traditional African society. Women have no place in traditional African society. Their jobs are to farm, have children, and take care of the master of the house. Because in African society, we are the hunters. We are the providers. And we are the heads of women. We are not American people. So you can come in this country and stay 10 years and get all your philosophies or how great women are. But when you go to Africa, there's a limit. And Ellen Johnson Sirleaf found that, or when she became president, wanted to be the first president of Africa. She had serious limitations. She had serious limitations. And that's why Ellen Johnson Sirleaf could not change Liberia. And she realized that. And my people are so gullible and backwards and dumb and uneducated today that every little thing Ellen Johnson Sirleaf does is a big thing. It's not big. Our country was better than Ellen Johnson Sirleaf got it now. She told us, break it down, I will rebuild it. And she didn't do it. Why? Because she was a dummy. Under Talbot administration, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf was a little girl, and they were thinking about removing her because she was too damn frisky. Lying, trying to betray Talbot, trying to talk foolishness above educated Liberian men who were about to discipline her. But they went and betrayed Talbot. And after they killed Talbot and killed our 13 fathers, nobody could challenge Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and her World Bank friends. So she brought the war, got the Nobel Peace Prize. She told us, break it down, I will build it again. So she knew her plans were her co-conspirators, who were not Liberian people. So she joined with backers then, destroyed our country. Now she can't build it back. Why? Because it's not that easy to build. It's not that easy to build. Our country, Ellen Johnson, them are foreigners. They come into our country, they didn't know our people. And they don't know our people. They don't know our people. You have to be an innate leader of Liberian society to understand Liberian people. You can't just break our country down and you're a woman and you tell us you're a again because you're sleeping with all the soldiers and all the revolutionary, you and your sister Jenny. That thing between your leg cannot rule Liberia. And you have learned it the hard way. You took our country, destroyed it, came back with a peace prize and your foreign co-conspirators. And instead of building our country and setting our society straight, you put your children in our government or immature brats, useless brats in our government, say to government officials to lead our government. Then you bring your grandchildren to teach our little dummies and useless idiots in our legislature about oil, even Vice Chairman and all the useless men, Philip Banks, all the useless people. They let Ellen Johnson Sally bring her grandson or great-grandson to teach the Liberian dumb, stupid native people about oil. All the money we got, we get a woman money to buy, bring consultants. She bring her little 12-year-old high school grandchild to talk to the Liberian legislators, dummies, and perform about oil. So please tell me now, with all that this woman has done to our country and our society, how can our educational system be any better than it is today? Deteriorated, destroyed, immoral, corrupt, incompetent. You listened to Gali's show last night with one of the education ministers, Johnson or Jackson, whatever his name was. You see, because when Liberian men have become inherently weak in nature, in spirit, in religion, and everything we talk about is for peace sake. Oh, yeah, leave it alone, man. And we forget that as leaders, position has been taken, decisions have been made, actions have to be implemented to set our society right. But when you got a lot of, for peace sake, useless Liberian men who don't know whether they're men or women, that Ellen Johnson and her children have flipped so bad, they don't know whether they're gay or straight, you have problems with men making decisions. Now look at the education minister. He talks about how our education system is so broken down. The minister got school, his family got school. Everybody can just get up and say, oh, the church Sunday school big, let's start a school. And the pastor, his wife, and the Sunday school teacher start a school. Everybody just started school without any oversight of the education ministry. Without any oversight, interjection, investigation, and certification of these high schools functioning in Liberia. So here you have people who don't even know about Liberian history, don't even know about Liberian society, don't even know about Liberian culture, opening schools, don't even know about the civil history of Liberia. Civics, they don't even know that. Then you get these dumb, educated people who never went to school before, never got no training, don't even know the history of Liberia, opening school to teach Liberian children. Then when they go to close it, they say public sentiments stop them from closing it. Public sentiments? This is where Ellen Johnson failed us. She didn't build the infrastructure that were necessary for us to develop viable systems of leadership in our country. So instead of building our country, she was so busy looking for money to steal, traveling out of the country, getting money for this. And when they bring the money, there is no system of keeping the money. There is no system of ensuring that the Liberian people will not steal the money. There is no disciplinary check and balances. There is no law enforcement apparatus. So you go and bring all these $1 million and it's just siphoned by government officials. Then at the end of your administration, you find out that our children are not educated. That the system of education is so backwards. You have failed the Liberian people so bad. So what you do? You can't give it to the other dummy called Joe Borka, who sat there under you for 12 years, shut up, suppress his own people, his own indigenous people. All the time Joseph Borka being in the Liberian government, he never talked. He was a stooge for his own aggrandizement. And that the same thing he did with Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, sat there and sucked up to Ellen Johnson Sirleaf for 12 years and say he was being quiet and watching his time. Then Ellen Johnson Sirleaf leave, and the dummies still can't lead Unity Party. They're calling her back for advice. After the woman betrayed him, told him in the face of the Liberian people that Joseph Borka is not worthy of being president of Liberia, that he is useless. And she went and picked George Weah. Why? Because George Borka is useless. He is useless. They wouldn't have tried to punish Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. They may have tried to betray her by raising concerns and all of that to scare her, to get some money back. The same corruption was going to continue. And that's why Liberia will not change until we get patriots. These people leading our country are not patriots. When I went to Liberia, went to see my sister at the foreign ministry where Ellen Johnson office is, and walking up to the from the third floor down, you're in Liberia. No light, no cleanliness, darkness. From the fourth floor up, you're in America. Air conditioned, polished floor, polished glass, everything. You know the difference right away. So when I came from the ground floor, from the Liberian side, so I was walking up to the American side, and I looked out the window and saw the back of the foreign ministry, and saw Ellen Johnson official car sitting in muddy water, brown muddy water, and see the grass unkempt, the trees untrimmed, no landscaping. I knew right there that this woman was useless. How you go to your office and don't look around your building and don't care about the environment around you? Dignitaries coming to our country, looking out the window, looking at the president, motorcade sitting in muddy water, no pavement. You mean this woman was so useless? She couldn't fix the place behind the I bet you this dirty useless George Weah got it just like that. Y'all go look behind the foreign ministry now. I bet you it is seen. Because if Ellie was dirty and nasty and George Weah is from the slum, what do you expect? Except that now you hear me talking about it and I do something about it. But my sister self never talk about it. My sister come from America, live in America. I saw it and I was pissed off. And I looked there, I was disgusted. Well, maybe because I joined the army, and in the army you expect to do special cleanliness. So I'm focused on all of that now because of my military training. And the training, the cleanliness and things I had to undergo in the military. So when I see dirt, I know dirt right away. But when you don't have that kind of training, you are devoid of dirt. You are devoid of stench. You are devoid of nastiness. That was with the training I got from American military. I can't go live in Liberia. I will work the Liberian people to death because that country is too nasty. It's too dirty for army people. My army people. The new Liberian military will be clean. Our equipment will be clean. Our bodies will be clean, or else we will be disciplined. And this is leadership. You don't take our country to bring the same for peace sake and uselessness that kill us. And this is the thing that got our education system. So let me tell you what happened in Liberia. The education is so bad. The system so bad. The teachers are so useless. I don't know who got any training centers in Liberia, no teacher training institution, or they're not good. If the minister of education got his own school, that was, I listened to Gale and Volcano Shelter, and they were talking the same thing. All the government material and tools are being siphoned from the government to the minister's school. Go check the minister's school right now. Everybody getting paid regularly. All the equipment, everything there. They're not taking from the Liberian government and not siphoned it in there. Because Liberian people are rogues. How would a minister have a school and Liberian educational system is so terrible? The children go and write their exam or their essays at home. Before they take it to the teacher, they got to put $25 in every test, in every essay paper as the teacher bread and butter. So you got 50 children in the classroom and all of them giving $25 to the teacher as bread and butter every time they take home assignment. Then when you get more than $25, they call it bread and mayonnaise. You get special grades and special privileges. This is how our education system running in Liberia. Then this is the underclassmen. When you go to college and above, they got a beautiful lady, expensive, correct lady. Those are girls that they love into. And every teacher getting sex for her to get grades. So our whole education system is turning into an immoral batch of child molesters, of rapists, and of people who have no educational acumen, no teaching abilities, no patriotism to our country. They don't even know the national anthem. Listen to the Liberian children sing our national anthem. To judge, that's the Liberian children. You stand 10 of them before you. None of them know the words to the national anthem, but they can sing it. They can sing it in Liberian language. We are breeding a society of failures. We are breeding a future that will never rise. And the more you want to live in that kind of society and indulge in that kind of habit, we'll always stay down. Because we're not looking for educated people. We have a system of corruptors and evil people. Hold on, let me see my board thing. As I see your chat, let me just find it and see it. Justice must prevail. We believe in upholding the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia, period. This will cause true patriots of Liberia to sacrifice our lives, period. But that's the truth, Essa. We need patriots in our country. We need people who will stand up for Liberia and not for themselves or their family. But you cannot have those kind of people until you have leaders who are patriots and know what is needed in our country. You got to start from the foundation, from the discipline, from the cleanliness. You got to start from the bottom. And if our leaders come from away and all the places with degrees and things, and they are dirty and nasty, just like the people in Liberia. Don't mind the people dressing up in coat suit and putting on perfume so they don't bathe, even in America. So how these same people will leave America and go Liberia? What hopes are there that will carry anything worthwhile to our people? We need leaders who will tell us the truth, who will not tell we're looking all good and well. No, who will be on our asses and will make sure that we do things the right and proper way. Not any way. They got any way and they got the right and proper way. And Ellen Johnson Sirleaf taught us anyway and not the right and proper way. That's why there is still no accountability. There is still rampant corruption. There is still irresponsibility among the leaders of the Republic of Liberia. And these are the things that will break our educational system time and time again. Because when our leaders are corrupt, when our leaders are ignorant, when our leaders are just as dumb as the people they're leading, what hopes are there for a better Liberia and Liberian children? Ellen Johnson Sirleaf is a bad influence for Liberia's growth. There's no way you can doubt that. It is evident, without a doubt, that Ellen Johnson Sirleaf failed Liberia. And I'm so glad that God has blessed me that Ellen Johnson Sirleaf is still alive. That I'm enabled by the grace of God to challenge this woman. Because there's no other Liberian who is capable, knowledgeable, or wise enough to see the deception of this woman and point it out. The other Liberians who are wise are conspirators with Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, Finance Chairman, Philip Banks, Johnny Lewis. All these people were called conspirators with Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Because there is no way this woman can kill our fathers for nepotism and bring her children and put them in our government. I'm not mad. I want justice. I want liberty. I want the rule of law. So Ellen Johnson Sirleaf can get all kind of prizes she wants in the world. That don't mean a thing to me. She is still a criminal, a murderer, and a bad influence for the growth, progress, and development of Liberia and Liberian people. And like they say about Donald Trump in America, nobody is above the law. Nobody. And because we have been behind this for peace sake, leave it alone. Oh, let's forgive with Christians. And that's not Christianity. That's not Jesus Christ's teaching. Jesus Christ taught us that we must beat the damn rogues. He did it in the temple. He showed us, spare the rod, you spoil the rogues. And he was one man. He didn't bring no army. He just got crazy, grabbed the switch, and went nuts. Because what he saw was evil against the people. Why? Because the people built the synagogue to honor God. And God is with the people. And when a few little idiots and greedy demagogues like Trump, Mitch McConnell, fucking preacher, Ma Ellen, all these people, these are the people ruling our world today. God just wants to show us that this is an era of greed, corruption, Traitors. This is the era of traitors. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf was a traitor. George Weah is a traitor. Mitch McConnell is a traitor. Donald Trump is a traitor. Everybody who leading government today, most of them are traitors. It's not only in Liberia and America, it's all over. This is the era of traitors and wicked men and women. And some of us are risen by the blessing of Jesus Christ because we have no other gods. And we must speak out where the pastors and the religious people have been bored. Where the pastors, the Pope, and the religious people have no consciousness of their duties, responsibilities to God and His people. He has to raise, cause to rise up the lowly, the unwanted, but the steadfast and the believers to fight, to preserve His Christianity, His nation, and His people. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf is a failure. She's a failure and a disgrace to her own professionalism, to her own existence. I don't know if she got God, but to whoever she believes in, she's a failure. She killed my people, started a war, and killed all our people, came back with some false foreign metal talk about Nobel Peace Prize, with her conspirators of foreign nations, and ripped my country off, put her children in power, those dummies and useless vagabonds, put them in power over my country. Now my educational system is destroyed. The leadership of my country destroyed. Our children run amok. The future of Liberia hangs in the balance. My Liberian children, the future is in your hands. You can give it to Ellen Johnson Sirleaf forever, have her cutting ribbons and all these things with her old decrepit self, or you can stand up and punish the rogues that kill our father, cause us to die by the hundreds of thousands, cause Ebola to run through our country because they don't care for us. And now, after Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, Liberia is in the hand of a playboy, a dummy, and a criminal gangster enterprise. Where is my country? Among the nations of the world that have men and women. Where is Liberia? I cannot see my country. My country has no men and women worthy of standing among men and women of the world. Aluta continua. Attorney Commander J. Galpohkpa Chesson of the West African Republic of Liberia stands ready and prepared to punish Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, to punish George Weah and all the rogues and criminals leading my country. And I don't need no damn war crimes court. Give it to Chesson, the one-man army. My class is done. See you tomorrow.